in playoff history had come back from fourth quarter double-digit deficit twice. You did it 3 times. How?
Just first off, before I answer that question, I mean, what a heck of a series. Unbelievably intense 6 games. Want to applaud and give a lot of credit to Chris Finch and his coaching staff, to his team, a deep team with a lot of talent, ultimate competitors. Both teams got better from this series. I mean, obviously someone's got to win at the end of the day, but tons of respect for those guys, how they compete. Again, tipping my cap to Coach Finch, all of his coaches, the players. I mean, obviously they got a very bright future. Edwards, Russell, Towns, the veteran depth, guys coming off the bench. They've got a really bright future. So what a heck of a series. But for our team, just to overcome, plenty of shaky moments throughout this series, coming from double-digit deficits, just resiliency. We talk about just competing together and getting better, all season long, day to day, possession by possession, quarter by quarter, and we say, there's different ways to win in the NBA. There's different ways to win in the NBA playoffs, for that matter. So I just think this togetherness of our team, the resiliency, where they've been through, moments like this where you're playing from, deficits, but you never give up. You play the full 48 minutes. So the fact that we have a little bit of a track record in the regular season, it was great that we were able to lean on that here in the playoffs so far.
What is it about the fourth quarter today that you saw? Because you trimmed the deficit the first time and they answered, but you did it again. What did you see in the fourth quarter?
I mean, we just came out with a great start. I think we may have gone on like a 6-0 run to start, 10-4. They obviously respond. But I think those first 2 possessions were just tone setters for us. I think our execution throughout the game defensively was kind of mediocre. I thought in the fourth quarter we really clamped down, all the things we were stressing going into the game, but obviously throughout the timeouts, the conversations with the guys, understanding what we needed to do defensively to keep them out of the paint, keep them in front, keep them off the free throw line, contest their threes. They did a great job moving the ball tonight. Edwards set a tone for them. Then they got moving. McDaniels gets going. McLaughlin gives them a boost as well. Towns does Towns things. But we just came up with the stops that we needed in the fourth quarter. Obviously 40-22. 50-50 balls was big. Obviously something that, we lean on a lot. There was a couple sequences there on our offensive end where we just got a couple offensive rebounds for foul or putback or whatever it was. Luckily our guys just turned it on. So, hopefully we learn from this, understand moving forward. It's only going to get harder. How we're going to continue to find our best basketball for the full 48 minutes. But you may play with a lead, you may play with a deficit, but whatever it takes to win, our guys have shown that they're able to do that. We just got to continue to build on that.
They don't give MVP trophies for first rounds, but Brandon Clark seemed to make a pretty good case. What was it that you saw in him in this series? For those of us that may not see him every time, how much of this was typical and how much did he elevate his play?
Yeah, I mean, his energy and activity were phenomenal in this series. We don't win this series without what he gives us. Comes off the bench, could have easily started him. Obviously, I was playing with my rotations a lot, but the boost he gives us off the bench, the way he runs the floor, he's just Johnny on the spot. Wherever the ball is, a loose ball, an offensive rebound, a tap out. His teammates have a lot of trust in him when he's picking and rolling, to keep the ball early in transition, to drive and create. And then defensively, obviously, taking on a lot of tough assignments, switching on guards, guarding Towns for a good portion of the series. These are all things that he's been working on in the course of the season. Be really good one-on-one defender, be a versatile defender to switch onto different personnel, and then offensively just play to his strengths. So tons of credit to him. He definitely elevated his game. Super proud of him. He made a huge statement in the series.
In terms of resilience, Jaren Jackson had a better game today. What did you think of his effort and being able to come through what he's been through this series?
Yeah, I thought JJ was great. Had a great first half. I thought his activity on the defensive end, his discipline was really good on the defensive end. Had a great stretch there in the fourth quarter. I mean, loose balls, rebounds, verticalities. Guarding different personnel. Again, we were switching on to guards with him. He was guarding Towns for stretches. Big time bucket, hits 3. Free throws at the end. I mean, he just has a bounce back game. Obviously a tough series for him, but he just kept plugging away, never got defeated, just kept his head up, kept working, and obviously in our closeout victory, he was big for us tonight.
Taylor, Tyus Jones obviously hit a big shot late to make it a 2-possession game. He only played 9 minutes a game last year against Utah with Ja's minutes obviously going up. Did you feel like he was primed to play a bigger role in this series coming into it?
Yeah, I mean, I got to give Tyus tons of props. I mean, what he did this regular season, obviously with Ja out for 20-plus games, him stepping in the starting lineup, him being just the impact player, whether he was coming off the bench for the majority of the season or those 20-plus games being a significant, boost for us in that starting lineup. I mean, the elite assist-to-turnover rate, the three-point shooting, the confidence he's playing with on the offensive end, defensively, him taking on, different matchups throughout the year, just gave us a lot of confidence that coming into the series, if we needed to get different boosts off the bench or just to get our offense going, knowing that they were going to be pressuring and keying in on Ja, his playmaking and shooting was going to be maybe a difference maker for us, and it absolutely was. Super proud of what he did in this series. He's had a hell of a year. He's a heck of a player. Obviously, we're going to need him to continue playing Tyus Jones basketball moving forward.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Two-part question about him. One, how did having him more in this game impact this game? And then two, just what does he do for this team? And just, what was it like just seeing him, 18 points, 14 rebounds perform that way?
I mean, when he's on the floor, I say it, repeatedly to y'all, I say it repeatedly to the team, I say it repeatedly to him. When you're on the floor and you're playing super active and disciplined, aggressive on offense, you're playing the right way, you're an impactful player. You're an impactful winning player. 18, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, steal. He's scoring a variety of different ways. It's his drives. This is what we've seen throughout the year, his drives and physical finishes, knocking down multiple threes, free throws throughout the game. Just credit to him, just understanding, this is a new experience for a lot of these guys. This is only their second playoff experience, and every series is different, every opponent's different, every challenge is different, and tonight's a great example of just him being resilient and knowing what he's capable of doing when he does what he's really good at.
Taylor, along those lines, I don't know if you're 39 hours away from starting another series against Golden State. How do you, with a team that's never been through this before, how do you balance, obviously you want to celebrate moments like this, but also you've got, this big test right around the corner here in the blink of an eye. How do you handle these next 36 hours or so?
Well, first off, you definitely got to celebrate moments like this. So tonight will be, you got to cherish this, to be able to just play in the playoffs is something that you got to work hard for. You don't want to take it for granted. Winning a series, you don't want to take for granted. Advancing is something that, is special for this group, first time that they're going through that. But, we'll appropriately celebrate, but then we're definitely going to appropriately prepare. Obviously, quick turnaround. We'll travel home to Memphis tomorrow. Can't wait to be in front of our great fans. FedEx Forum's going to be rocking on Sunday. We'll do our prep install like we've done. Give them a simple game plan. Go out there and just try to compete. It's just focus on win one possession, to win one game, to win one series. We'll appropriately prepare tomorrow. Early start, go out there, have as much juice and energy as we can. But I know our fans are going to give us a huge boost, and hopefully this is something we can build off of going into the next round. Hey, just real quick, I also want to give a shout out to Bally Sports, our crew. I think, if I understand correctly, this is our last series with them moving forward in the playoffs. So shout out to Pete, Brevin, Fish, our entire production team. You guys are amazing. I know you'll be around cheering us on, supporting us. You guys are phenomenal. It's been awesome to work this season. Special year. Let's keep it going. We'll miss you guys, but thanks for all that you guys do.